Kate, go on. Psst, psst. Go on, go the other way. That's it. Good cat. Sorry, guys. We'll give you in a second. Just have to sort my cat out. Right. Good morning. How are we? Are we all okay? Beautiful to see you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to see you. Let's just wait for a few people to pop in. Jesus Jones. Oi, let's have a look. Nice to see you. How are you, darling? Are you okay, darling? I'm okay, darling. New subscriber, Steve Chuckster, just popped on 4 minutes ago. What up, Stevie? Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning into the channel. The channel's growing now. I've got my live feeds back on Facebook, and we're promoting this YouTube channel, and it's all going gravy, man. It's all going gravy. How we doing, guys? Julie C. Oi. Jacqueline Jones. Hello, darling. Mervyn. Oi, Mervy. I tell you, you're the dude. Nice to see you all. Hope you're all okay. My little Mervy, look. My Merv's up. He's up. I'm just drinking my coffee. We're going to be chatting about stuff today. We've got screen, so we're going to be sharing some stuff that's going on. We're going to use Facebook as a bit of a medium for the news platform of what's going on in the country during the daytime. All unbiased, all really and truthfully amateur reporters, would you not say? Giving you the truth, what's going in up and down in and out of the country. That is because you're getting it from the horrible night, bad dream. Oh, geez, what's that, mate? What are you dreaming about? Morning, Dave, and everybody. You know, when you're dreaming, you're in your avatar, right? You do know that. Sorry, been watching recorded ones, been working loads. It's all right, mate. It's all good. Sharon Wheatstone, free arts. I'm loving that. Thank you, Sharon. Very, very kind of you. How are we all doing this morning, ladies and gentlemen? We all okay? It is Saturday. Let's you can all hear me okay, yeah? That's good. I'm just going to check, make sure that everything's working okay, and that we can get going on today's activities. I've got some pixels, look, on my TV. My old plasma's giving up the ghost. Sad, isn't it? Look, so I've got 3 lines, like someone's in prison. But we'll leave it until it dies, and then we'll get another one at some point. So, yes, the subscriptions are going up. We've gone up another almost 20 subscribers from yesterday after going live on Facebook, which is good news. Your current live streams. Let's have a look, make sure everyone can hear. Can you all hear me? Save me doing that. Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, you can. That's all fine. I hope it goes. What, my TV? Oh, your bad dreams. Fantastic news. Yes. So look, let's go down. Let's do a little bit of sharing is caring. There we go. We're sharing is caring. So hopefully we're going to go through Facebook and see the top stories of the day. This woman she's pretty much of a legend. Rose Green sent us a private message. This woman is amazing. She's just so funny. Kathy Orton sending me a message. Look, my friend Aiken Spencer Mortley, he's a dude. He's such a lovely geezer. Who we got here? Dennis is sending me messages. Helen Jones. Yeah, so Rose Green, another independent reporter. And it's really good, guys. Really good that people are now taking the time to out of their days to record, to document the stuff that's going on in the real world. Not that you're getting it from the MSN, BBC, etc. You're getting the truth now, right? So this is good. Oh, there's me from a couple of years ago. Oh my God, you don't want to see that, do you, on Facebook? So good morning. Darren Knock is showing his patriotism here to his double-crossing Union Jack flag. Look, they're all out in the balconies, all distancing. Beautiful. I don't know where this is, but he's just saying good morning. Look, it's a happy weekend, everybody. So, yeah, happy weekends. My friend, who we got here? Andrew McCulkey McCullen. Now, I I've known Andrew, since I was 16 years of age. He's a dude. Stop asking questions on Facebook that can be answered with Google. It's true. I don't really understand that, but it is what it is. Let me play you a song. It's called "A Bunch of Crazy Satanic Freemasons Convince the Whole World of a Fake Pandemic to Usher in a New World Order." So, yeah, I mean, it's Facebook. It seems to be the main sort of platform for get your frustrations out and your messages out, etc., etc., etc. And it's good. Did you manage to buy anything? Deb Star went shopping yesterday, only got challenged in Holland and Barrett. Marks and Spencer staff, no masks. See, it don't make sense, does it? The staff ain't wearing masks. It's Sonia Ballard Scott. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. Sonia popped in at 9 o'clock. She's regular. Yeah, I like it. Right on the hour, Sonia was. Illumination Expedition. Hello, gorgeous. Lovely to see you. I'm just drinking my coffee here, AJ. I don't know what time of day you got over there in America. I'd like to say you're in Hollywood right now, but you're not. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Netonettle.com. Paedophile who raped baby found dead in cells with penis chopped off. Someone's launched it. They've took it off. I just hope it don't end up in the fondue set. Hey, I just hope it's not a meet the Fockers kind of situation. And it flies into the fondue and everyone says, who fancies the Chinese? So, natural justice there, paedophile. Pretty much, actually, if you chop your willy off, if you do a John Wayne Bobbitt, because he was well known back in the day for losing his digit. Now, I don't mind losing a digit. Like, I've got 5 on this hand, 5 on the other. I've got 5 on, I've got 6 on each feet. And they're webbed slightly. I don't mind giving up a digit for the calls on one of them, but my main digit, oh man, I can't imagine. You might as well just top me off. You might as well just kill me. Sharon Parrott's delighting in the news of the paedophile. So yeah, chop your willy off. It's a very central vein, ladies and gentlemen, running through your body. And you pretty much bleed out in no time. As I don't even know how John Wayne Bobbitt made it and survived. His missus, she took it with her. So I don't know. She must have stuck it in her top pocket, as a bit of a lapel, or I don't know. Wherever she put it, I don't suppose she put it on ice. She took it with her. She was so disgusted with his antics and his masquerading round town as a local gigolo. She took it with her and opened the window up, going down the motorway or down the road at whatever speed she's doing, and she's launched it out the window. And Bob's your uncle. John Wayne's digit was trashed. Julie C went to Nissa and B&Q. I didn't wear a mask and no one said anything. See, that's the power of the government. They've actually got no power. And they're losing their power every single fucking day. Excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen. All words are defined in the dictionary. And we defined in one of the videos yesterday, in my beautiful 18th century dictionary, the word honour. Bearing in mind Boris Johnson and all this, my right honourable member for Hampstead Heath, who now my mates, my uncle, his mate used to drive around David Mellor. David Mellor, bless him, he weren't very photogenic. He was quite fugly, in fairness. He used to knock about with a bird called Anna de Souza, and she was quite a posh tart. She was quite posh. She never said thingy. She always said she was arriving. And he used to get in the back of the motor, and my uncle's mate would be have the rear view, obviously, so he could see out the back window. And David Mellor used to say to him, "Tip the mirror, son," so he couldn't see what was going on. What a spoil sport! What a spoil sport! So anyway. So we know it goes on. We know that these politicians have been doing what they've been doing over the years with children and drugs and all the other stuff. And the point I'm trying to make is everybody sponsors them. But they're losing it. And to me, it looks like politicians are getting quite desperate. All right, they can't even enforce everyone wearing a mask, and they can't. It's unenforceable, ladies and gentlemen, because it just is. So anyway, I looked up the word honor yesterday, and it says esteem from God. Well, if you see any of these people doing godly things, you tell me. I'll expect your postcards. I can give you the address if you want to send the postcard into. And we can go. What's the news? Oi, oi. Illumination Expedition. Trev Good's in the room. My super moderator for the channel there. Trevor Good does a fantastic job. Lovely geezer. Deb Starr says, yeah, I went to Tesco's. No problem, unchallenged. If you look at the Equality Act 2010, Section 6, workers don't need, plus you can quote them. So, like, you know, if Boris Johnson, Michael Gove put up a comment the other day and said, you know, anybody who doesn't wear a mask in a shop is selfish. They're a selfish twat. And lo and behold, Michael Gove is seen in Pret-a-Manger, getting his orange juice, his bagels, and all these other bits and bobs. No mask on. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Either everyone's in it to win it or we're not. Now, look, this saying of we're all in it together, stay home, stay safe, every advert you hear on the radio right now, ladies and gentlemen, has all got a real elongation and a real real focus on the word safety. All the adverts are on the radio, oh, safety. And I'm like, this is some real propaganda bullshit. Let me tell you, it really, really is. But they can't enforce it. And I see it as a separation of the wheat and the tares. Those that are going to wear the mask and look, don't get me wrong. If you need to wear a mask and you want to wear a mask, wear it. All right. That's your free will choice. But if you're forced to wear a mask, which is a slave mask against your will, then you don't live in freedom. And I'm yet to see the evidence of this virus, pandemic, scamdemic, plandemic playing out and actually killing hundreds of thousands of people. I'm not seeing any evidence whatsoever. And the numbers that the government are giving out, and they are being seen to be liars every single day, they're putting ordinary deaths, cancers, all the other bits and bobs down as COVID-19. So Bob's your uncle. Here, look, even on this page here that I'm sharing with you on this screen, COVID-19 Information Centre. Whoa, what was that noise? Right, it was a message. Right, so cool. That Irishman understand. So look at this picture very closely, ladies and gentlemen. The left one is what the lefty are putting out. And you can see it's photoshopped, and Ed Epstein's head is on a woman. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, Donald Trump's hair, although his fringe is a bit lively, certainly ain't hanging right down here, is it? Yeah, so as you can clearly see, this is a picture of President Trump in the back of his limo with his daughter, okay? Not Jeffrey Epstein. They've just photoshopped this. Photoshopping is very easy to do. Photoshopping is very easily convinced. And although social media outlets do use photoshopping, as you can clearly see, so does the media, ladies and gentlemen. Be under no illusion that the media is not your friend. It really isn't your friend now. How do we go back? Okay. So here's my, if you've not joined, jump over to this. If you're worried about your health and you want to look after yourself, it's a group I started quite a few years ago. Let's just have a quick look at this. We might as well talk about this while we're on small. Did you say Boris was out shopping without a mask? No, David Gove, Michael Gove. Michael Gove was out he was photographed in Pret-a-Manger or one of these superfood shops, darling. Yes, you know, because we're so sophisticated, you know. Yes, us politicians. Yeah, he was out soon. So this is a group of mine that I started quite a few years ago called Super Juice Me. We're just under 2,000 members, and it is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you, the power of healing is amazing. We've got people here. Look, we've got Cindy here. She's chatting about she's got fibromyalgia. bless her heart. Look, she's just about to start a 28-day juice fast. Everyone's wishing her good luck. We've got some fantastic stuff going on here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all the videos. We've got Super Juice Me video. We've got Fat Sick and Nearly Dead. We share absolutely loads. And it's a fantastic group. So if you fancy getting over to Super Juice Me, please feel free to do so. It is fantastic. You're going to enjoy that. I did have a Facebook profile a few years ago, but Facebook denied me that. And there was just under 17,000 folk on there, and it was really good. We was knocking it out of the park. We really would. This is just taking a little bit of time to load. That's probably because we're live streaming. People really won't let you talk if they. People really won't let you tell them it's fake. I know, it's quite sad. Dave, you think Trump will save us, or is he the false prophet? Well, that is a really interesting. Look, Adam Lee's just asked to join the Super Juice Me. Go on, my son. It's a really interesting question, that one. Really, really, really interesting question, and it is something that does pull on my heartstrings somewhat, because the Antichrist, or the Dark One, whatever it is you want to call it, is spoke about in Revelation as being as manifesting in the end times and being a massive deceiver of all men and women. So, we don't know. Personally, my heart tells me that he's in it for good things, but none of us know, and that's the truth of it. The only people that do know, oh, look at that, is Ike. The only one that does know is himself. Now, as President Trump is the president of America, and America, look, when everyone has a dig at Trump, what you're doing is you're having a dig at 350 million people, because our brothers and sisters across the pond, from all different walks of life, from Africa, from Jamaica, from England, the Civil War was, as far as I'm concerned, it was about the indigenous peoples fighting against the British. The British really went over there and did what they had to do, and a lot of their founding fathers are English. I think Adams and all the others, I can't think of all of them, were English. So the crown went up and set its base firmly in America. Now, here's the kicker, right? And if people can disprove me on this, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter whether you want to disprove me or not. The facts are the facts. We've got America, Canada, Australia, Pakistan, Ceylon, New Zealand, the so-called Commonwealth of the Crown, which is the monarchy. All these countries seem to think and be under the illusion, and it is purely an illusion, that they're independent, that America is this great independent nation, and to a certain extent it kind of is. But I always challenge people and say, well, look, you might think that you're independent, and that's good if that's what you want to believe. I'm not here to shoot anyone down. Adam Cox, love it to see you, gorgeous. But you just have to go to your courtrooms and see Et du Mandoir, the Lion and the Unicorn above the door in America, Supreme Court, all your other municipal courts, whatever it is you want to call them out there. And I've never been to America and never really felt the fascination to go and visit my brothers and sisters across the pond. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we share so much in common with our brothers and sisters across the pond. It is unbelievable, as like we do in Germany. Even when the Second World War and the First World Wars were formulated, they were formulated by the rich. They weren't formulated by the peasantries and the commoners. Now, the Germans are a Judeo-Christian belief system. They were no different from us. And so, who started all these wars? It was rich men that couldn't sort their spoils out. so they involve the rest of the world, and it's really quite sad. It's really quite sad, you know. It really is. Co-op in St Ives, Cornwall is evil. They said I'm not allowed in without a dirty nappy face mask, says Louise Marsh. So look, you know, it's happening. We do have some nasty stuff going on, and it's the corporations that are just really ripping this up, and it's disgusting. B&Q, another off my look, peeps, you've got to understand, you always hold the power, right? Adam Cox, hello to all you beautiful souls. Morning, Adam, lovely to see you. Super Juice Me, it was Dave on Facebook. Yeah, it was Trev. And it's a great group, Super Juice Me. So B&Q's, Rosie Lewis, bless her heart, she's saying that's it. I can confirm that you would be required to wear a face mask in the store. Shame, I'll buy somewhere else. Absolutely perfect. You should all be ringing your stores. You should all be ringing your outlets and saying, are you going to try and enforce this? And if they say yes, say, well, that's it. I won't shop there. Guys and girls, listen, there's always a remedy for you. There is always a way around this nonsense, okay? I don't care how tight they squeeze. Now, let's say, for instance, Aldi's today say, right, the ways of making you talk, you're not coming in unless you wear the face mask. So everyone, mass exodus of Aldi's, all the food's on the shelf going rotten. Guess what? Monday morning, Aldi's are saying, you don't have to wear the masks. We have backed down. You have pushed us into the corner. You don't know how powerful you are, all right? You really don't. So your response to all of this that's going on is to, oh, that's so loud, is to shun it, all right? And to turn your, I'm going to turn that down a sec because that's doing everybody's head in, is to shun it and say, no, we're not having this, all right? So we got Chrissy Morris, my good-looking bald friend over in Essex. How sad that your fears have taken your freedoms. Yeah. Now, that 7-letter word, ladies and gentlemen, freedom, means more to me than anything. Anything at all. So we've got a little bit of conspiracy here. So Epstein's private banker found hanging from a rope. Judge was handed the case. Son was murdered. Husband shot by a man dressed as a FedEx delivery guy. Fake FedEx driver who killed the judge's son, now found dead. This stinks to high heaven. And this is the beauty of this social media platform. I think that the mainstream media and the government, now this story I really like, right? I really, really, really like this story. Actual fact, I'm going to see if I can pop onto here and give you the nuts and bolts of this one. The flat earth, they need to be putting masks on. The fruit and veg, it don't last more than 2 days. Yeah, I know. Actually, I quite like that. And I'm going to give you my synopsis of why I like that. If you go to Sainsbury's or Tesco's and you buy an apple, that's really bad for you because it's got all the preservatives in it. Okay. Now I've got at my estate, my little estate, wherever it is, it's a can. I've got some apple trees and some cherry trees. Now I get frustrated because I've had my cherry trees now for 3 years and I've had 6 cherries off of them. Right? Why? And this year we put nets over. The birds, as soon as you go out and bite a cherry one day and it's not quite there, your lip goes up over your head because they're sour and it's like, oh, and then just the day when they're just ripe and ready, boom, these group of fug birds come into my garden and ransack my cherry trees. And it upsets me. And one of them got into the net that I put around it this year. I put big net around my cherry trees. He managed to get inside that net and smash every cherry in there. It brings me to tears. Anyway, look, listen. New Jersey. Hey, I'm from New Jersey. Driver crashes. I like the New Jersey. Hey, New Jersey accent, man. I like that. I love the New Jersey people. They're awesome. Kicking it and keeping it real. I think New Jersey is out on near New York somewhere. I'm not too sure. I think it's the other side of Central Park, wherever. I don't know. New Jersey driver crashes car after passing out from wearing an N95 mask. Right. So a New Jersey driver crashes head on into a pole after passing out from wearing an N95, whatever that is, mask for hours. Police said Friday. Lincoln police, they're hardcore in Lincoln. Police believe that the driver, who was not named, lost consciousness while behind the wheel Thursday through lack of oxygen. Are you listening to this, ladies and gentlemen? Lack of oxygen and breathing in excessive carbon dioxide thanks to the mask, the department wrote on Facebook. Okay. The LPPD responded to a lone occupant single car motor vehicle crash yesterday. The crash is believed to have resulted from the driver wearing an N95 mask for several hours and subsequently passing out behind the wheel due to insufficient oxygen intake, excessive carbon dioxide intakes, the cops wrote. Right? So, we now know we do that these masks cause danger. Now, luckily for this geezer, I would say in New Jersey, the airbag has saved him. Now, my missus would be fine. She don't need an airbag. If she was to have a crash, her tits would save her. She would not crash into that windscreen. And she'd probably slap me later for saying that. But look at the car. He's T-boned this tree right in the middle, isn't he? It looks like a Renault. It does look like a little Renault badge there. Look, he smashed that right up. That's a total loss. That car is a total loss. No good. So, yeah, dangerous things. So these masks, as just given you the thing there, is whopping up your carbon dioxide levels in your blood. Okay. And you, Eddie Powell, my gorgeous mate Eddie Powell here, he's a local councillor, and me and Eddie have some very decent chats. He's a good lad. He actually stood up for me once, and we was in a full council meeting, giving a local mayor a load of old Bob's your uncle. Black sheep matter. Slow down at night. Meh. Look at that, beautiful. Looks like that little sheep off of Wallace and Gromit, doesn't it? Here, and look at this, right? Let me introduce you to our next problem. Yeah? Boom. Yeah? You imagine all the life in the ocean that's going to get killed, where all these masks end up? Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. They're going to end up out there, aren't they? Yeah? Boom. There's the proof. Guy there, looking, he's a bit henched, doesn't he? He looks like someone you could trust, got a friendly tight beard, broad shoulders, looks solid, nice member of the community. These ain't red snappers hanging up on this line, ladies and gentlemen. These are masks full of dirt, disease, illness. These things are disgusting. I really don't know how you can wear them for such a long time. This is a nice platform, Restream. We did that the other night on Wake Up UK. And Restream is a very, very, very nice platform. Now, my good friend here, Daniel Laverity, she is a beautiful soul. She went quiet on Facebook a few years ago. She was getting trolled and stalked and decided to come off. But once all this COVID-juiced thing come up, she decided to come out of the woodwork and get proactive. And she is Shaman, mother trucker. And of course, it wasn't going to end with this. Gloves are next, and suddenly everyone will be out there looking like Michael Jackson. And the chimps will be the new fashion accessory. There's shops in Maidstone now selling these gorgeous COVID masks. $9.99. Get your Union Jacks on them. If you're wearing a mask more than once, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, all that dirty bacteria and stuff that's laying in there, and you're just breathing it all back into your lungs. You crazy? You crazy mother truckers. The idea that healthy people are guilty of killing by simply breathing is the biggest con in the history of humanity. Look, how simple, yeah? Now, that's just purely simple, isn't it? The idea that healthy people are guilty of killing by simply breathing is the biggest con in the history of humanity. And I actually do believe that one day this COVID thing will be seen as a massive, massive con. It just defaced this poster of George Floyd in Manchester today. Now, whether that's real or photoshopped or whatever, I'm not sure. I weren't there. I didn't take it, so I can't confirm that. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled, says Mark Twain. Very true. And what I love about Facebook is it's the alternative, isn't it? It's the alternative, and everyone's tuning into it now. Everyone is tuning into the alt media. You would consider me to be alt media. As my friend Jane, her and her husband Craig are just beautiful, beautiful souls. I know them very well, and they've been to Witter Towers, and they're just lovely, lovely people, man. Just lovely, lovely people. So yeah, this is where we're at in this great country. It's unbelievable. The end is nigh. Why is Kim Kardashian hanging out with Marina Abramovich? Lord knows. Looks like she's had her teeth taken out there, doesn't it? Let's be fair. Not looking the most photogenic I've ever seen her. Yeah, perhaps Kanye West filed for divorce. You don't know, do you? Who knows? Kanye West on a mission now, in love, totally in love with Jesus, and I just hope for his sake he's not a fraud. My friend Francis Glanmore down in Wales, in the valleys, I find it hard to comprehend that people still believe this scamdemic is real and that they don't see through it all by now. Surely you've all got to be asking yourself a question: has your neighbours got it? Has your neighbours' friends got it? Has your neighbours' friends' got it? Who do you know that's died of this thing? Who do you know that's died of it? I don't know one single soul. Not one. In my whole village, 14,000 people. Now we're going to touch on this story that popped up yesterday. These are I can't call them men. They killed PC Harper. Okay. Now, look, I want you to understand one thing. As much as I berate the police for what they do, I understand that behind every uniform is a soul. And I have to, as a Christian, bring to mind and make the police fully aware that they are souls operating in these uniforms. And some of their things are heinous, but they don't deserve to die, and they certainly don't deserve to lose their life. The guys that PC Harper was 28 years of age, tried to stop the thief stealing a quad bike, and his ankles were lassoed. This is the mentality of the people in this country now, right? Now, tell me this isn't a Trojan horse. Tell me that our education system, the mass immigration thing that's going on right now, that Nigel Farage and many others are saying, look, you know, there's boats coming in every day. We don't know where these people are coming from. They're certainly not coming for fun. A lot of these, some are coming just to chill, but most are coming for trouble because we've blown their countries up, and you can't expect them. If someone blew my house up, killed my missus, killed my dogs, killed my horses, and if that bomb, I found a bit of that bomb out there and it said it come from USA, I'd probably want to end the USA, yeah, because that's your natural body reaction. As a man or a woman, you have these inner feelings. You couldn't believe that this had happened to you. So we've got people coming to this country that we've smashed their countries, and we seem to think they're coming for a nice time. And then we've got all these leftists. Oh, you've got to consider where they've come from. Yes. Well, you're going to have your throat slit at some point, aren't you? That's the truth of the matter. And we're seeing it in Reading. We had some American and the two others were on an LGBT thing. Whether that is, I don't know. Not my bag. Thank you very much. But don't mean to say it's not for somebody else. I'm not judging anybody. And they was an LGBT. I thought an LGBT was a sandwich. I thought it was a lettuce, bacon, guacamole, and tomato. I've seen them in Marks and Spencer's in the shops. Yeah. So anyway, it was a Reading thing the other week, and some jihadi Johns come along and slit their throats, and they're now dead, and they've been forgotten about, and they won't never see justice. The justice system is shot to shit. No one cares. There's no empathy anymore. It's just a case of carry on regardless, and no one gives a fuck. Okay, and that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you how it is. 3 youths as they are cleared of murdering PC, but convicted of manslaughter as his widow weeps in court. The three killers had laughed and joked with each other during the trial, and when Long was charged, he said he didn't give a F-U-C-K. Youths were dragged, who dragged the officer for a mile behind a getaway car. It reminds me of that scene in Troy, where he gets towed off. Yeah, that's not good. Towed behind a car as he tried stopping them stealing a quad bike after convicting of manslaughter. Emerged police had to protect jury from intimidation. PC Andrew Harper, 28, tried to stop the thief stealing a quad bike, and his ankles were lassoed to the trailer, loading straps, as the teenager tried to escape from Berkshire. I tell you, it's mind-boggling to the descent in which youngsters and people have descended to in this country. Long and his two friends, Albert Bowers and Jesse Cole, both 18, were also accused of murder but convicted only of manslaughter, and were seen joyfully embracing each other, as done a video link from HMP Belmarsh in London. Their families cheered as the verdicts were announced, but PC Harper's wife, Lassie, sobbed in court. The three killers had laughed and joked with each other during the trial, and when Long was charged, he said he didn't give a F-U-C-K. Personally, what would I do? These are the individuals laughing and joking after tying a man to the back of their car and dragging him off down the road, dead as a dodo. Personally, if I was in charge of justice, and this is a Daily Mail article, if I was charged in justice in this country, they would be gone already. They would have swung. And they would have had a long drop, I'm afraid. And I am Christian, but we've got a cancer in this country right now because this seems to be acceptable. And it's disgusting. It just really, really, really is disgusting. Okay. So PC Harper's family, may he rest in peace and God bless your souls. It's disgusting what's going on. But that's just a sign of the times, isn't it? Because nobody cares. We've just got a situation and a system that cares about money, control, and you bowing down to their will and their wish. And everyone's walking around with a mask on, not questioning the narratives and just blindly accepting what is doled out to them. And it is a zombie apocalypse. I see this now as a zombie apocalypse. They're all walking down quiet, not saying nothing, and just I think if we I don't understand it. I don't understand why people have just with blind faith accepted this new normal. And on the radio yesterday, all the adverts getting used to the new normal. Well, this isn't a new normal, is it? This is communism through the back door. You can only walk a certain way in your high street now. You can only walk a certain way when you go into the shopping centres, ladies and gentlemen. You're so lucky that you've got to follow these pathways and be told, and you're going to have some security guard come up and say, if you carry on walking the wrong way, we're going to grab you by the arm and cuff you and take you out and throw you out the shop. I mean, fucking hell, you've become so compliant, man. You just all bent over and took it and implemented all this technology. They know who's in the shop. Right, so look at it this way. They're trying to get everyone to wear a mask. They've now put these rules in, and the feet on the floor, 2 meters apart, 2 meters apart, meter apart, wherever it is. It's an intelligent fucking thing, this COVID. It last week it was attacking people from 2 meters. Now that's not so tasty. Now it's only a meter. It's very, very intelligent. But look at what you're seeing in your high streets and in your shopping centres. You're seeing all this technology going in, all these cameras and heat seeking and this, that, the other. Now, I'm going to tell you, right, and I'm going to lay this on the line, ladies and gentlemen. You might agree with this or you might not. What is this all about as an agenda? Because they were very quick and very swift to have this all organised It was as if the technology was all prepared before the COVID juice hit us. It was like it was all instantaneously put into the schools, put into the shopping centres, put in everywhere, into your police stations, your courts, everywhere, all this. And you've got to wonder why. You must be questioning why. Well, I'm going to explain why. When you've got a face covering on, the new biometrics is what they're trying to bring in. So they're trying to identify people via their radio frequencies of their mobile phone devices and their credit cards that are in their pockets, etc. Because these little chips that you've got in your credit cards, you can be traced anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. They can track these chips down, let me tell you. So whilst you're all distanced and you've got these masks on and the cameras can't see your face, what the biometric system doing, this is a plan far worse than Adolf Hitler's plan for total domination. And it's sick, man. But what they're doing is they're putting in place this biometric, and that's what the 5G is all about. It's about biometrics. Inside the 5G cabinets, they open up the doors of the 5G cabinets where the big cables go up to these massive big antennas, and they've got COV/19 written on the inside of them. It's not rocket science. And we're just, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand one thing. We're just trying to bring you the truth. We're just trying to bring you what's really going on in the world, all right? I don't do this for my own health. I don't do this because I just enjoy wasting my time. I want to waste my life away. I do this because I genuinely care about the people of my country. I care about the future for your children and your children's children, that they may grow up in freedom rather than being a good corporate little slave. Now, when I was at school, primary school, I used to bunk off. I used to feel like I ain't going in today, so I won't go in. And I just used to go playing around the streets. And I've always been a bit of a nerd, but look, I've done well in life because I've been tenacious. But can you imagine doing that now? Now all these schools, thumbprints, it's this biometric thing's taken over. There was a woman, a dinner lady, a very decent soul, a couple of years ago, a child that looked a bit malnourished, basically begged her for food. I haven't eaten, any chance. So she felt compassion and dished him up a dinner. Well, she got dragged up before the school because that child hadn't paid for that dinner, bearing in mind, and I've said they're using food as a weapon. Food is now a weapon, ladies and gentlemen. Your shops, your Tesco's, your Sainsbury's, the price, the fact you can't go unless you've got a mask on, it's a weapon. It's weaponized. They've weaponized the food industry. I hope you see that. I really do hope that you see that. They've weaponized it. And this woman was sacked for feeding a child, for her compassion and inner feelings that this child needed some sustenance. She got sacked. Oh, we do it for one, you've got to do it for everyone. Well, when I was at school dinners weren't really an issue. It just wasn't. And it was so affordable. But we're in these Hunger Games, aren't we? We're really, really, really in a Hunger Games situation right now. And I find it disgusting. I really do. So, 4 of the 27 men and 2 women were in Leeds Crown Court today on 3 day of a week-long trial for grooming and raping a girl of 12 years old in Huddersfield. We're currently trying to locate the other 25 men that are linked to this case. Names of the rest in crimes. Look, this is what I'm saying. This is the country we live in where all this is going on. Now, I'm not going to racially profile anyone. That's not my job. I don't do racial profiling. I just see men and women involved in nefarious activities, regardless of race, creed, and colour. That's just sick. And it doesn't matter what colour you are. That sick is just sick. If you're sick and you're doing stuff to kids, you're sick. And that's how I see it. I don't see it as, someone of that colour. Look, it's disgusting. More corporate bullies trying to arrest a lady for not wearing a muzzle. Look at them, look. And this makes me laugh, the way they got their hands in their lapels like this. Look. Yeah? got their hands in their lapels. It's disgusting. What have we come to, man? Look. They've got their hands in there. Why do they do that? Look, they look like they've got such authority. Do they realise what they're doing to us all? Do they realise that they're enforcing this Nazi-style regime? Yeah? So she's clearly getting a collar felt. That's Ryan Brooks is sharing the video. It does Jen JJ. I'm going to add her later as a friend. So here you go. Whilst the elderly get raped in their homes and kids get abused, we've got our policy enforcement goons out trying to enforce this policy. And you bet your bottom dollar they're looking to issue a fine, ladies and gentlemen. They're looking to issue a fine. They are just out revenue collecting, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this is all about, revenue. They want to get that book out. They want to fine her, yeah, and they want to just extract and use her for revenue. You see what's going on here in this country? Can you see it? Yeah. So I hope she stood her ground. It does look like she did. After David Leon against their personal property by way of civil prosecution, the Supreme Court take their house as an example. This is how we have to do it, right? Now, how can you go after these people? All you need is their name, their birth certificate, bond, and then you can claim on their estate. Simple. Police cannot arrest anyone or fine people for breaking social distances as masks and rules in England. So we're going to get into this. We might as well. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Richard Ingman, what is that about? Richard Ingman's a good, decent fella, isn't he? Richard Ingman. He's very voicey. I've never met Richard Ingman, but he seems a decent chap. Your privacy, your choice, apparently so. Then they're good, become indistinguishable from the to destroy Christendom. Campaigners against child abuse UK, black and white unite against the rape of both British children. I agree. We've got to come together. We've got to stop attacking people for their skin colour or mentioning their skin colour. Look, you're either involved in good stuff or you're not. You know, what are you involved in? Fucking hell. Excuse my French. Sorry about that. I don't know what that noise is all about. Coronavirus, I do apologise for that if your eardrums have just disappeared out your head like mine have. Right, so this is from the Independent, ladies and gentlemen. Coronavirus, police told that they cannot arrest or fine people for breaking social distancing and mask rules in UK. Police will not be able to arrest. Come on, thing, this is working a bit slow this morning. Live streaming. Oh, I've gone too far now. Don't get this on the BBC, do you? Right, so police will not be able to arrest for it has been confirmed. Guidance issued to all officers. Now, look, it's a fiction, all right? It's the man or the woman. Okay, I've said this before. You go into a court and the judge says, do you recognise PC 1, 2, 3, 4, PC dickhead over there, PC dickhead number 1, and you'll say yes, but what you should be saying is that's the man or the woman that assaulted me, because then you're back into biblical law and they've really got a problem at that point. And if they try and sway you off of no, that's PC, no, that's clearly the man or woman that assaulted me, all right? And then you're in different gravy, because that's all that happens, ladies and gentlemen. There are men and women wearing uniforms, all right? And our officers are a fiction. Constables are not. Now, the police constable will protect you, but a police officer will not. And they're a fiction. And they need to know that they're a fiction. And they need to know that they're leading us into a Hegelian dialect. They really are. And it's disgusting. So, this is the Independent. Guidance issued to all officers in England and Wales by the College of Police and after coronavirus lockdown restrictions were eased on Wednesday said they can only enforce the law. Officers should only enforce the health protection regulations, and officials said guidance such as 2 metre distances, avoiding public transport or wearing a face covering in enclosed places is not enforceable. Boom. You just got to say it's exempt. I'm exempt from wearing a fucking retard mask because in their own guidelines, they don't protect you. They're supposed to protect other people, and they don't. I'll try and show you a picture in a minute of someone that's taken pictures of their high street, and these things are littered everywhere. Used masks are littered everywhere. Now, I would say that poses more of a risk for bubonic plague and infection than wearing a mask at all, because there's no biohazard bins. And if the system was really worried about your health, one of the first things they would have done was they'd have made sure that they had biohazard bins and that all was containable. It's farcical. Police still have a role where people are gathering in groups. The police officers, they're idiots. As far as I'm concerned, they're idiots. And they're just manifesting this nasty communistic state party. Michael Jackson's turned up here. Look, Jimmy Jam has turned up. As my good friend Jamie Bennett went out shopping yesterday with his face mask. Is kind of cute but kind of scary. It is obviously. It looks like he looks like Michael Jackson here. He could be Michael Jackson. Who knows? Who knows? There's my mate. Oh, bless her, Angie. Oh, love her heart. She passed away a little while ago. God bless you, darling. My good buddy's wife. I sad, man. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how long we've been in here this morning, but we've been in here a while. Here we go again. Another. I can't even. It's just sick. The man dead along in his finger. Here we go again. Another lot of that. I'm going to be watching that in a little while. If you don't consent, so look, she's obviously not consented here because someone's comments. No mask, lol, know your rights. I do not consent. Clearly, those police officers don't know what they're talking about. Know your rights and teach them. And teach them. Yeah, we have to. And teach them. Teach them they need to stop enforcing illegal activity. My lawsuit will be taken all the way to the proper common law, where enough is enough. This is pathetic. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this is all just a money making exercise. You know, it really is just a money making exercise. That's all they're interested in. That is Jamie. Yeah, it is Jamie. Yeah. Went to the shops yesterday, loads of masks in the truck. There's someone sent me a picture the other day of a high street, and there's just dirty masks littered everywhere. And I'm just like, that ain't right, man. That ain't right. And people should be questioning that. You should all be saying to yourself, whoa, that ain't right. What's going on here? It's disgusting. It really, really is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is, what's the time? It's 9:50. We've been in about an hour. Oh, we have, 53 minutes. We'll do an hour. Kent Police, Hastings Police, police bullies, liars and thieves, prove me wrong. Small penis, lack confidence, bullied at school, then why not join the police? You'll get to use phrases like, I am the law, respect my authority, tell it to the judge. Knowledge of the law is not needed to actively discourage. Training includes practicing steps in how to manufacture consent to statutory rules, intimidation techniques, and legally speak. Below average intelligence and absolute obedience to authority is mandatory. And that's pretty much police officers in a nutshell, isn't it? So yeah, we're in weird times. Lee Garrett was assaulted yesterday for no real reason up his neck of the woods by 2 or 3 security guards that manhandled him out of a shopping centre. It's like living in a concentration camp right now, isn't it? It's like living in Stalag Luften, whatever you want to call it. It's disgusting. My friend Tim, who's just been in hospital, Tim, he had a stroke, and he's okay, but he's had a nurse put him a thing in his arm, a catheter or whatever, and they hurt him so bad, and this nurse was pressing it so hard, it was really, really upsetting him. And she just went, "It's all right." They don't care. There's no empathy no more. There's no empathy, feeling love. It's just business. You just, when you get in hospitals, unfortunately, you're just a business. They don't really care. They don't. I can't see the care and affection that we used to have for people. I really don't. It's sad, people. That's the sad part about this. Is it's just really sad that we're at where we're at. Article 6, Declaration of Bioethics and Human Rights has reported face masks contravene human rights. They do. You can't be forced to do anything, ladies and gentlemen. And don't let them tell you they are. But they're certainly trying to take away your liberties. And they're taking a liberty by doing that. And here's the thing. If you ain't wearing a mask and you get on a bus and the people that are worried have got a mask on, what's the problem? Do their masks not work? Same with a vaccine. You get with a load of people that have got more vaccines and they're walking around like this. Yeah, we know they cause autism and all that other stuff. We know the vaccines cause thalidomide and all that. It's all, they've been fucking us up for years. But you all start talking, oh yeah, no, my kids have never had vaccines. Now look at them, they're all healthy. And they start having an issy fit and meltdown. They start melting against the wall. And they start having a right old issy fit. And you just got to say, well, why are you so upset? Do your vaccines not work? If their vaccine, if the vaccines that they dole out and they pump into kids actually work, why would you fear anyone that's not vaccinated? Because surely in your spacesuit, you're obviously covered, aren't you? Because you've had all the diphtheria, TB, all these other stuff that we used to have. Yeah, it's sad, Dave. Hospitals have a gagging order. Yeah, we need people in the NHS to start being brave. We need you to speak out. We need you to be like a John Wedger. John Wedger. Detective Inspector John Wedger on Vice in London discovered that the roads to the Vice, the child abuse, led a little bit deeper than just organised crime. And Hogan Howe, who was the Met man at the time, the thingy like Cressida Dick, and she is a dick. What a fucking woman that is. Cressida Dick, my God. We got people like this in charge. You can't wonder why we're at such a fucking mess. Well, John Wedger was told by Hogan Howe, we're going to smooth it over. Everything's going to be fine. Your kid's going to have private education. We're going to pay your ass off, this, that, the other. They're giving him, dirty money. And just said, no, I'm not having it. I know too much. I've got to protect the kids. That's what I signed up to do. I'm going to honour my oath. And job's a good one. And John pretty much lost everything, although he's doing a few things now. So be like John Wedger. If you work in the NHS, speak out. If you don't do it with anonymity. Talk to a truth teller. Give your evidence and roughly where you live in that, and we'll do it for you. It's not hard. But the time has come, ladies and gentlemen, in the NHS net to be brave. It's time to be brave and to speak out. We know none of you are wearing masks out the back. We know none of you are overly excited about this COVID-19. We know that the majority of doctors and nurses know that this is all baloney and that you're just enforcing communism on the people, and you're not treating people very nicely. So you're dishonouring your oath, your Hippocratic oath. You're dishonouring that. Judges dishonour their oaths to Queen Elizabeth II. And they've all become a very dishonest bunch and group of people, haven't they? They've got no honour. Now, one thing I do have is honour. I have honour. None of us are perfect, but at the core of my fabric is honour and respect and reverence. And that's what we need to do. And more people need to stand up and stop saying, I'm just following orders. I'm just following orders. Yeah, I'm getting paid to do this. I'm getting paid to beat people. I'm getting paid to fire them. Do you understand what you're doing? You're bringing in the demise and the decay of your own country. You've got to be a fucking retard to be doing that. What you should be doing is bolstering people and making their lives better, more profitable for them, so they can have a better environment, better mental health. That's what you should be doing. But oh no, you just want to keep fucking take. Now, my friend said the 13 families that run the world apparently have this ethos of they want everything off of everyone until the last man standing. So that means at some point they've got to consume themselves, right? It's going to be a fight between them lot. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really know, and I don't really care. What I care about is the people of my country and around the world, and see love, wisdom, honor, compassion, and honor. That's what I care about. And I won't stop until we manifest this greatness. So we're just at an hour, ladies and gentlemen. You've got work today, day off today, Trevor. I've just done 3 days of rendering on my house, and I've got very smooth walls. And it's overcast here, and I've got some little chemical burns on my hands from the cement from the last couple of days. So I'm just having to chill out. I'm going to go and play a little bit of golf later today around the corner, hopefully if the weather's not too bad. And yeah, it's just a chill out today. Nothing too much, but it's time for breakfast. It's time for me to go and have some sustenance. So I want to thank you all, every one of you this morning, for liking, sharing, and for just being part of this, and for just having general greatness. And you all have general greatness, and I know that you feel what I feel, and that's fantastic. And I salute you all. I really do. So till next time, people, thanks for tuning in. Love as always. Love to all your friends, your families, your aunts, your uncles. Please share. Please talk to them. Please show them really what's going on in this country today. And so they might get a handle on things for themselves and take matters into their own hands and start to use their own brains. Take care.